Take flight. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, I wasn't too loud there. So, yeah, my name is Mickyelloow, and welcome to this stream, where I will be making an entire avatar from scratch. Yes, my friends, it's happening. I've been waiting for so long for this. Woo! Anyway, I think it's gonna be good. Maybe I should put a webcam on, right? Okay, so let me open up my webcam. And my face. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Are y'all excited? Anyway, so yes, this stream will be making an entire avatar from scratch. So we'll be modeling it, we'll be rigging it, texturing it, and then uploading it to Somnium Space. And yeah, I guess. And if you have any questions on what I'm doing, you can just see the chat. So I guess we should start by seeing what avatar we're gonna make. So I've been working on this for a couple of days. I've been waiting. It's been ready for a while now. And you might have seen its preview on my Twitter account, Somniumbird. But I haven't revealed it yet. Are you all ready to see how he looks? And there we go. This is what we will be making for this season. We'll have multiple seasons of this. This is the first season. We'll be making this avatar. And for me, it looks sick. What y'all think, guys? Boys and girls in the chat? Things like they're super sick. Yes, indeed, it is. I've been waiting 3 months to make this stream, and the wait has been worth it. I'm super excited to make this. So, how do you make something like this? So, of course, the first step is to have a little bit of imagination. First step. And once you have something in your mind, I guess if you have some drawing skills, you can start sketching a little pose or whatever you feel like would help you give you an idea of how to make the avatar, and just have whatever comes to your mind. So this avatar, I've just thought about it at one point. I just drew from my mind. I didn't really think what I was doing. And this came out. I've done some tweaks in the past 3 months, of course. So yeah, that's the first step, is to have an idea of what to make. Then, to make a 3D model, the best approach is usually to have the drawing of your avatar with the right proportions in a T-pose. So here's what I mean by that. That's the stream. Something did not get configured well, oh boy. Here we go. That's what I wanted. So this step is to just have a T-pose. So I've got my drawing over here, the original, what I imagined. And then the ideal is to have a front and a side view at minimum. And that way you'll be able to import those images into a 3D software. In isometric mode, you'll be able to model way easier your model. And in this case, we're going to be using Blender because I've been using it for the past couple of years. So I guess the first step is going to be to export those images, right? So like I just did a drawing. I did not export any images yet or even started the model. Like if you look at my Blender, it's completely empty. I got nothing. So I'm using here Affinity Designer to draw, which is kind of like Photoshop and Illustrator. I'm using this because it's not a subscription model. You just have to pay for it once. So I'll be quickly making a folder here for the sketches. There you go. I already cut everything already. So what I can do in Designer is make slices, and I can select layers. So I've got each of the drawings on separate layers. And what I can do in the export persona of the software is go to the layers tab, select each of those 3 layers, and create slices out of them. So only those layers are going to be exported. No backgrounds, nothing, just that. And now if we go in Blender, I can do File, Import, Images as Planes. That's from an add-on app. It's super easy to add. I can show you later. So let us go to avatars, source files, stream avatars, sketches. Here they are. I'm gonna take a sip of my iced tea because my mouth is a bit dry. Refreshing. Right. When you use this plugin to import the images as planes, I'd recommend going in the options and selecting the plane dimension DPI. That way, all the images are going to be the same size. Else they'll be 1 by 1 meter in size. So if you make a huge drawing and then a small one next to it, the small one would be huge. Selecting DPI will just use the resolution of the image instead. Hello, Alexander. Welcome to the stream. So I selected DPI, import as planes. You might not see a lot because they are quite a bit small right now. They're right there. And also you may notice that you don't see the images. And that's because we're in solid mode. And in solid mode, you don't see the textures and everything. But there's 2 tricks you can use. You can either go to material mode, for which you see the materials of every single object. But the second technique I'll use, because my webcam lags else right now, is using the little arrow in solid mode and displaying the textures. So that way I don't really lag and I can see my sketches fine. First time here? Nice. Welcome. Okay, so as per Blender tradition, we have to say a good farewell to the default cube. Press F in the chat, everyone. Goodbye, cube. You will be missed. Alright. So now that we've got our images, you'll notice that they're all side by side, right? But what you can do is select all of them and then press Alt G. And that will recenter all of your images to the 0, 0, 0 location. So their origin will be at the center of the world. Neat little trick right there. Okay, so next up is going to be aligning those images. So in Blender, you can use the numpad to access front, side, and top view, respectively, with 1, 3, and 7. So you'll want, in our case, we'll want the front image, well, facing the front of, when you press 1, the front image should be in front, and you should see it. But right now, they are a bit sideways. So I'll spin this 90 degrees. And I'll spin this, I guess, minus 90 degrees. Not like that. Minus 90 degrees. There you go. I'll just put it back a little bit. We'll just have it forward. And this I'll be putting on the side. Alright. So now if we press 1, we get a front view. If we press 3, we get a side view. And one trick, if you can press Ctrl to instead go to the front, you go to the back. And we've got the back view. Neat. I guess those images are a bit small right now. If I put a cube, this cube is 2 by 2 meters. And my size, for example, is about 1.8. I'm like average in terms of size, and my avatars are usually scaled to me. And anyway, we can scale the images, and later down the line we can adjust the scale of the avatar. Just for reference, I'll put this cube in wireframe. That way it doesn't impede with our view. I may also make it a little pole instead, just so again it doesn't impede with our view. Now these images, I'll raise them up a little bit so the floor, so the feet, are aligned with the origin. Right there. And from there I can do this, use the individual origin mode, and scale everything. Great. Okay, no, our images are close together. I'm just social distancing, please. And And I know there's a backface cooling mode as well, so I'll turn this on as well. I guess I'll put this image on this side, this image on this side. Oop, that. Wrong key. Come on there. There we go. Alright, so yeah, what backface cutting mode does is when you've got a 3D model, you've got faces, right? And you've got two sides. And in games, for optimization purposes, what they do usually is hide the face that's facing backwards, which are usually the faces that are inside your model. So that way, when you're in front, you see it. And when you're behind, you don't see it. And that way you can only see one image at a time. And you won't be impeded by any other thing. Alright, so I guess I'll just pull this side view a little back. Just so the 0, 0, the feet are at 0, 0 here, and the leg starts there. So we got front, side, and back. Perfect. And yeah, on this avatar we'll use a lot of tricks. Of course we'll have basic modeling, we'll have some basic texturing. Like on the back over here, we got a cool little logo that I think I may use for this series actually. I really like this logo. I did it in like 2 minutes, but I love it. Hey Honor KK, welcome to my stream. glad you like it. Yeah, I'm so excited to make this. I've been waiting a long time to start this stream series, and I'm so happy I've started now. So anyway, we've got everything together. We can start modeling. So we'll do modeling, texturing. We'll do obviously some rigging with armatures and weight painting. And we'll also do custom shaders when we'll be inside Unity. We'll have also dynamic bones and some other effects. Like right now, custom shaders are not supported inside Sound in Space, but they are planned to be supported. I'm still gonna make one because I want to show how to make one. But at the end of the stream, it may not have the custom shader inside the game. Little disclaimer. So yes, usually with those kinds of avatars, I've done multiple birds in the past. This is going to be low poly, by the way. I've done multiple birds in the past. And usually I start with a single vertex. So you might not see anything because it's just, well, one vertex. And it's right there. It's a little dot. Very small. And I usually love to start with the beak, so I'll place the vertex there. Right there. And what mode am I in now? Oh, okay, that's one mistake you need to not do. Is forget to go in edit mode and before moving something, because you want your origin, so this orange dot right there, to stay at 0, 0. You can check by pressing N, opening up this menu here, and checking location and rotation if everything is at 0. Everything seems to be at 0, so I'll take this as a win. Now let's go in edit mode and start extruding some stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gents, we got a beak. Just kidding, it's not it, but... So I'll do this, this, and this. And obviously all the shapes we can adjust later if we don't like it. Let's move these. Alright, so we got a basic shape there. I'll just make one face quick to show something. A little trick, because right now, it's just one side, right? We just one beak. Like, our avatar is asymmetric, so it's not the same on both sides. You may notice on his right arm, it's robotic, and the left arm is organic. So, at the end, once we'll be done with the basic model, we'll start doing some asymmetric stuff. But right now, what we can use is a modifier called mirror. So if you go in the modifiers tab, and then you click add modifier, you can add a mirror. So that way, any edits you do on one side will be replicated on the other side. Which is super useful. And also one useful trick as well is, let's say you're doing something on both sides and you want to merge them at the center. By default, everything will just go through together. But you can toggle on clipping, and that way, nothing will go through the center of your mirror. I'll quickly do a basic shape with a beak here, I guess. Let's see. Because I've done some flat shading, I've not done any more complex shading to see where my triangles I wanted to them to be. But I like to improvise, so, you know, I'm used to it. And so if you're enjoying this stream, well, don't forget to give it a little follow, by the way, because I'll be making this stream every week, each Sunday, at this time. We've also got a lot of other streams as well, like a building stream. That's a stream. Stream. There we go. Okay, so now we got a beak. But no inside. And that's something you have to remember when you make a model is, if you make one side and you have something that's concave, you have to remember to also do the other side, else it's going to be invisible in game. So I'll turn off back face for now, just so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't think too much what I wanted to do for the inside, but I'll just do this. Because anyway, our avatar is going to be low poly, so I don't need to add too many details on the side here. And one advantage of doing something that's low poly is that you have more triangles to play with. Like you don't have something that's super realistic and super smooth. Everything is super sharp. So you can let yourself have more creativity using more polygons. Obviously, you're not doing something realistic with that, but you have more artistic choices that you can do without texturing. Right, now let's do the head shape. Well, actually, before doing that, let's save first. Because, yeah, if we don't save, we might have a little problem there. So I call this character Rai at the moment. I'm not original for names, so please don't criticize it too much. But well, actually, if you've got a name for this character, because I named it Rai, and I think I'm gonna name it Rai. But if you have a name, you can maybe propose that in the chat. I don't know. I may take inspiration from it. Ah, yeah, right. I was gonna do this part of the head shape, but we need the beak there. We need the jaw. So, I guess I'll go model the jaw. All right, Cliff. Yeah, Unity is not gonna be before a while though, because 3D modeling takes quite a long time. I personally don't know when this part is gonna be done. Hopefully, it's not gonna take like 5 months. No, it's not gonna take 5 months. Don't worry. But a couple weeks for sure. And yeah, Cliff is in pickle. Oops, there you go. And here we go. And I may actually add one more in there. Just a bit more detail. Eh. Nice. Yeah, Blender is really, honestly, Blender has come so far in the past few years with 2.8. It's become really something great. I love it. I've used it since 2.7x. I don't remember when exactly I started with Blender and with version, but I know I started with 2.7 something. So I'm quite a veteran here. guess we've got our B. Okay, so one thing, obviously, when you open your mouth, we don't want to see a big hole through the model, so we have to close this at one point. Well, I guess we can do it now, I guess. So I'll use some leeway here. With kind of a drop. And we can use some texturing techniques to have it so it's pitch black over there. We can use some techniques to do that. It's obviously easier with a custom shader, but oh yeah, or with unlit. But our avatar is going to be lit, so we have to use something that's lit. I should have merged those two. Yeah, let's go. Let's merge them. It's gonna be easier for the actually, no, it's not. I just realized, oops. If I want to do the inside, I have to split this in two. Yeah, because we don't want the inside to be merged with the exterior. Header text and here. And I have to restart because I I did something wrong. Here we go. And those two I'm gonna merge. And this face here we can delete. And this one as well, yeah. Oh, we actually got a puzzle on us. Yeah. I did not think that one through. Well, let me see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, sometimes you make something and you don't think something through and you're like, oh boy, what have I done? It happens to the best of us. Hey, welcome, Planet VR. Glad you made it. Puzzles, puzzles, puzzles. But actually, you know what? No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I would have said, you know what? Let's go and merge all these and make the inside also merge with that. But that may cause issues with the normals. In the fact that it could get smoothed out super weird, even if we're in flat shading. I don't want to risk it, so I will find a way. So I want those two. Take this, this, and this. All right. Okay, let me just turn off the again. Should that work? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Yeah, that should work. Definitely, that should work. Eh, eh. Actually, yeah, when you work with triangles, you have also to be careful because depending on which way your triangles are, it's gonna look different. So let's say here, for example, it would look like a hill, but we want something that's deep instead. We want hole. So I'll delete this face and instead make the edge that way. And that way we've got like a funnel instead of a huge, well, something that's blocking the hole. So with this, I think we should be good at completing this. And here we go. So we've got the inside. And we can also add a tongue. Something I like to do with any avatar because it adds detail. Especially when you've got custom animation, you can do something with the tongue, like maybe it sticks out the tongue and something. I've seen that on some wolf avatars where one gesture would just pull out the tongue, like I can show it now because one, I don't have a real webcam, and second of all, I don't have a gesture for that on my custom webcam. So let's just make a tongue. So I'll make it, usually when you do a model, you really want to make it straight. That's why we made a T-pose first. Well, I want sometimes a model in quad, but in this case, I want really a low poly look. And I really want it to be super precise. This is why this avatar in particular, I want it in triangles. But yeah, usually I model with quads. It depends on you. It depends on the look you're wanting to achieve. Moving vertices around a school. And the tongue will make it deep. That way, in case we want a gesture to pull up the tongue, we have enough mesh to show without seeing the end of the mesh. Okay, and to achieve a more low poly look, I'll actually this instead. And one trick I like to use as well is like, I want to do something inside, but I don't see nothing. Like it's a bit hard. So what I like to do something usually when I'm trying to work on something that's hidden is select what's hiding it and just goodbye. It's not actually deleted. In Blender, you can select something, press H, and it's gonna hide it. And when you're done with what you're trying to do, you can then press Alt H to unhide everything. Super useful. Funny guy. Thank you. I like being funny. I am not gonna make those faces full, just to save in topology. In poly space. Like, just for reference, one avatar, it's recommended to have 20k polys or less. So obviously with a low poly avatar like that, we probably won't reach 20k, but if we had enough details, we might reach it. We'll see, but I really doubt it. Well, at least it's gonna be super optimized for Quest, at least. One little sip of my little ice. Here we go. Well, at least with a tongue like this, you won't have enough resolution to taste everything. So now the tongue is made. I guess we could make it a little more straight. Just to make it easier when we'll be at the rigging part. Because yeah, the more straight it is, the less chance it has. It will have distortion when we'll actually move with the rig. So just a small little detail I like to add just in case. Like even my current burb here has a tongue. Not a lot of people know this because not a lot of people actually see inside my beak because it's rarely open. But there's a tongue inside. And you know, it's just in case. And especially with a low poly avatar like that, you're not spending too much polys. Like, you can see the poly count at the bottom over here. Right now we're at 51. Without the tongue, we're at 34. So it adds a little, like 20 polys, about 25, what we've made here. So it's not that bad. But at the same time, it's low poly, so, you know, whatever. And so now that we've got our base here, we've got the top beak, we've got the bottom beak. I've started already to make the shape. So I guess we can now see, okay, so the eye is going to be here and it's going to be a huge square. And what I want to do for the eye is to have the pupil controlled by shader. So basically you have one texture and you just offset it on the UV. If you don't know what a UV map is, we'll talk about it a bit later once we'll be at the texturing part of the series. This I'm gonna hide for now because it's I might. Okay? Bang bang bang. Yep. Ooh. All right. The flattest eyes you've ever seen. Yeah, the one downside with my sketch I've done is that I don't have any top drawings, so I have to kind of guess. But usually I don't do top drawings. At least for me, I don't really need it. And let's try to align it with this. Well, actually, one trick we can do. Can you do that in Simon? I think we can. Can you? I know you cannot make it semi-transparent. Well, well, backface cooling mode it is. Not what I wanted to click. There you go. Let's. Might need to go at an angle. We'll see. But yeah, and we might add some details like some two little low poly bevels. That's gonna be super cool. Like once the avatar is done, it's gonna look absolutely fantastic. I'm sure. So we've got a little more than 2 hours to go. Yes, this stream is kind of special because it is 3 hours long instead of 2 hours. And that's purely because avatar making takes forever. So, yeah, you're here for a long ride. But usually, for me, the challenging part for me really is the face and the eyes. This is something I really need to improve, to be honest. Like on Burb, it's still fine, but it's still a bit huge, beautiful eyes. So yeah, I'm trying to improve on this. So I hope this won't be too bad, but I don't think it's gonna be, to be honest. It's gonna look a-okay. Woohoo! Here, let's down here. All right. So yeah, when you use a sketch like that, you're really trying to get your model up to the sketch you made. So you just follow the lines you made, especially if it's low poly and you've made some low poly geometry in your drawing. It's way easier to have it more precise to what you imagined. So like him. Hair is not gonna impede on my work. You shall never take me alive. Yeah, I have to move this back a little bit. Okay, we need some adjustment here. And also, one thing I'm gonna do a bit now is actually color code some of these parts. Like, something I like to do is give temporary materials um, to everything. Like, let's say I've got the beak here, so I'll just call it B for now. Maybe not in caps. Thank you. And viewport display, I'll just flat texture, color, and color pick this. And make several other materials. Of course, at the end, I'll try to make it two materials. One for all of the main body and everything. And the second is going to be for those beams here. Because those are semi-transparent, so we cannot use an opaque material like for the rest of the body. So I've got beak, feathers, mane, which is the red part of the avatar. Display, color pick, bang. And I'll quickly select all of these. And assign this new material. Hi. We can do the same for the eye. And the eye is going to be gray, like a dark gray. Here. And the tongue, I haven't really decided which color to give the tongue, so. Assign this, bang, tongue. I'll just give it a cute little pink. All right, now we're talking. Now we're starting to have something. I forgot about those polygons. I don't know if I want to do those in polygons or a texture. I mean, with a texture, the advantage is you need less polygons, but the inconvenience is that it may look low res depending on how you made the UVs. But you could make something super cool with the polygon work, especially in low poly like that. Yeah, actually, I wonder. I'll try. I just saved, so if it doesn't look good, I'll just revert back to what I had before. You know, when you do 3D stuff like that, sometimes you just have to experiment. It could fail, but it could also be successful. You never know. Sign. Yeah, now this is gonna be the issue. That's gonna be the issue. Merging this huge edge with those little edges. That's the challenge here. So, but anyway, I don't think this part of the head would be too deformed with bones. So it doesn't really matter if we have a topology that's a bit wonky, but still want to have some kind of logic in it. So I'll be careful with topology here. What I can do is just take this, split it in half, just so we have one little triangle here to work with. And this, I guess we can split it in half as well. We'll have a little cheat, but we can adjust it. that's good point. We can adjust it. See this. Oh yeah, I need to shear it. S X Control Shift Alt S. Control Shift Alt S. Yeah, this shortcut is quite a pain to use. It's like 4 different keys just to shear. And also something, I'm using the old 2.7x shortcuts. Just because I'm used to it and I didn't really get the chance to get used to the 2.8 ones. So my shortcuts, if you use Blender, my shortcuts may be different than yours. Yeah, topology here doesn't really matter. As long as it is flat, that's... But yeah, like I said, if this doesn't look good, I can just revert back. We'll lose some progress, but... So this... Yeah, those kind of details, I want to do some poly work, so that's what I'm trying. Eh. And for this, I'll make another color that I will name Feathers Out. And this is pure white. Not for me. For oh, there you go. Oh, I know. Why did I say please? There you go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. These are gonna be for the main. Ah, yes. And this is what backface cooling does to you. Oops. So yeah, one trick, if you're not in backface cooling mode like I am right now to edit, you have another trick to see if your face are in the right direction. So let's say you're not in backface cooling, you may not notice at first. But one mode, especially if your model is completely closed off, is to use the mode if you go to the viewport overlays, which is that circle with a half circle in it, is to use the face orientation box. And that way, faces that are blue are facing the correct way, but red faces are backwards. So, for instance, these ones here are backwards. So in this case, since my model is not closed yet, I'll just use the flip option. I'll select them and use the flip option. But what you can do, I don't know if it's gonna work here, but you can do Alt N and recalculate outside, and that way all faces are gonna be recalculated to have their faces, well, outside. Okay, so now we've got a good right side everywhere. Oh. Never mind. And this is what I didn't use. Wait now. Oh, actually, wait. No, wait. These weren't selected, I think. Okay, no, they were selected. Alright, so yeah, for example, these ones, I'm going to use flip. And why are those ones backward? Why are those backward? What? Oh, okay, are they attached? Yes? Is that face inside? Sometimes if this happens, you can check inside if there's a triangle that's messing you up. But in my case, I don't see any. Was it selected? Recalculate. Yes, it was. That's odd. Bottom's fine, but top is what? I don't understand that one. Okay, I guess I'll just say, oh. Yeah, for example, here you have, there's a quad inside which is messing it up, so I'll just delete that quad. Ah, yeah, I see what happened, so I'll just delete only the face, not the entire thing. We do this, and now recalculate. Here we go. But is there like a quad hidden somewhere here? I don't know. Here we go. Alright, so now the topology is fine. This is the main view. This is wait. Okay, I think I also inverted those. Oh wait, yeah, backward faces. No wait, hold up. Did I make my model backwards? Hold up a sec. Did I make my model backward? No, I didn't. Ah, I'm dumb. I forgot to turn off backface coding. There you go. There we go. Hi. Cool that you're blue, but sorry, I'm gonna have to turn you back to red. My boy Rye is blue, but now he's red. We don't know what color he is. Okay, here for example, that's something I can do some topology work because it won't add too many triangles, but it should look fine at least. Okay, maybe not like that. And once it's done, it should look fine. So that's the inside face, right? So let's see what I can do. And I want the inside face to actually be a bit deeper here. All right. Okay, this triangle looks so weird. I want the spike to go up. I don't want like this is one example. Another example where you have to be careful with your triangle sides when you do a body. Okay, here I'm gonna subdivide this. Because as you can see, it's not the entire back that's white. It's just a spike. So I'll subdivide this so I can make the spike. And this is gonna be the alternate color. And this as well. Said this as well. Here we go. It's a bit weird here. It's gonna be a question of adjusting the shape. The further we go, the further we have to adjust the shape because it's never gonna be perfect. And I'm kind of a perfectionist here, and I don't want to spend 5 years on just trying to make it perfect. So I have to close the shape quite early then. See, because I won't have any space for the for the other spikes. For the rest of the crest, I won't have enough space if I don't make this a little closer, I think, so... that much. Okay, let me use another mode. Let me use root work. Like, it's not, it's gonna be sharp, yeah. I am sharp. I am sharp like I love my C sharp. Yes, don't forget to subscribe and to follow on Twitch. I'll be making this stream every Sunday at 19 CET. And yes, I am really enjoying it. Actually, is there a way? Where's the geometry? Okay, geometry is there. There might be a way to actually do it without ruining the shape here. It would have been easier with a texture, like I said earlier, but I really want it to be topology work, so it is really, really sharp, even up close. So yeah, proof topology work. What is the rock music? I selected this playlist, bro. Okay. But yeah, the pros of topology work is it's really sharp. Like, the more topology you have, the smoother it is. The less topology you have for low poly, the sharper it is. But obviously, way more low poly. Inconvenience is that it's a bit harder to model and also to rig. So yeah, that's it. That's my little point here. Yeah, why is it rock music? I don't even know. It's like synth and rock. Okay. So that hair is gonna end where? It's gonna end right here. Yeah, 3D cursor is epic because it really helps you have a little guide. So now that I have my 3D cursor here, I can just, guide myself where to end the alternate color. And just, okay, look, select tool, please. There we go. Okay, I'll merge those two here. So at last, here we go. I think so far it looks fine. I think. Is there another light somewhere? Cause I don't know. Let's just quickly see my cap. Is there one that's a bit brighter? I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll have to work a bit in the dark here. Like, it's either we work in the dark, but we see every face, or everything's flat. So, yeah, I just wanted to see the shading how it looks. Looks fine, I guess. I guess one thing I could have done instead of this, um, at least for the crest, is when I do my texture work, I use a texture that is smoothed out to the closest. Like, we'll talk texturing later, but what that basically means is that the pixels aren't going to be smooth like that. Like, I don't know if I can change the mode on this texture right now, just to show an example. So this is side view, left, back. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see the pixels here are smoothed out. And that's because right now we are in linear interpolation mode. And we can do the same with Unity. We can put it to closest, and it's going to be super pixely. So that way we'd be able to make a straight line and then map the UV so it's just a bit diagonally, so we have the same effect that we have with our polygons, but without the extra polygons. But for now, we'll use the extra polygons. And if we don't need them, then I guess I'll just remove them. But anyway, if we found a way to remove them, it would be easier for the grading process after that. Okay, what? I guess I can do one triangle there. Nice music. All right, so yeah, right there, perfect. So divide this, make remove the clipping mode. We could just wide, but not as wide as the previous one. We'll make them smaller and smaller and smaller. And I should want that. Okay, I'll use you instead. Yeah, perfect. Over here. go. To second spike incoming. Woo. No, I want this one. There you go. Maybe a tiny bit too wide for the start. Or the spike, I should say. That looks a little better, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. I take those. Good out. Alright. Merge these. Subdivide. And there we go. There you go. Just make them a bit deeper. But this one, please. That should be good. Oh, and this face is main card. Wrong mode. Yeah, don't forget, if you have any questions about our creation, you can ask me in the chat. I am here to answer live. Because right now I don't really have much to do apart from, you know, modeling the head. So, yeah, if you have any questions, just throw them at me. My body's ready. So far, it looks sick. So far, it looks awesome. Like, obviously, we'll see once we'll be at the head. Not head. We're at the head already. Once we'll be at the arms and stuff. Um, we'll see how they look, but at least the head is fine. Whoa, it's already an hour and a half in. Wow. And we've got another half an hour to, not half, another an hour and a half to go. So yeah, when I said earlier we'll have a long ride, I really meant it. We'll have a long ride. Okay, so it's not. Okay, so it doesn't follow the exact shape I had in mind. Everything's flat. Well, that explains it. Everything on the side is flat. I should probably fix that a bit. How would I fix it? Can I even fix it? Let's see. I would have to smooth out a bit of everything. We'll see anyway how that goes. Where's the eye? Should go here, I think. Oh, it was fine there. All right. Let's do this. Okay, that's another issue there. Uh-oh. This will need to be here. But now it messes up with the eye. That's the problem. Now this is a moment. Yeah, for me, 3D modeling is it's kind of like puzzles, but without any images. So it's like you make something, but you don't know where everything goes. So it's better, let's say, but it doesn't quite reach either. I could always make the head a little less wide, because so far it seems to be the case that it's gonna be a bit less wide than on the images. But it happens in 3D modeling. You cannot get the exact shape you're looking for sometimes. And this happens very often with me, so yeah. And I don't want to add another try here. It would fix it, but it would remove the look of that try here, which I don't want. Okay, now the back of the head looks a bit weird. Hmm. Okay, this is problematic. Because either it looks fine on top, but a bit weird from the front, or it looks fine from the front, but it looks weird on top. And this is where a top sketch would have been useful. I might need to actually. Would it be easier if I took this and made that a little wire? Would it help actually? Because now it follows the shape correctly. Huh. I know I keep saying it, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so I'll just reset it to 0 and just restart from there. What happened? Oh, what happened there? Yeah, I think I've made. Oh boy. Okay, where? Okay, where did it go wrong? Okay, here it went. All right. So, I keep pressing F by mistake. Here we go. Do an extrude a little bit. This face is not supposed to be the out color. Thank you. Okay. Take these and make them a bit wider. Can I do some UV tricks, I wonder? It's gonna be hard to do some UV tricks. So as you can see, yeah, simple avatars can still be complicated sometimes. This is supposed to be wider in the other way. At least for my sketch. No, I want this one. Thank you. Like it's supposed to be wide like that, but then this messes up. And then if I do this, then issue comes for the back here. How am I gonna merge everything back there? Like, maybe it's gonna have a triangle face. Maybe from the back it's gonna look like a triangle. Actually, those ones here. Can I? Okay. Yeah, these ones could move them back a little bit like that. This one's fine where it is right now. I guess we'll have to deal with a triangle face. Now it's just a question of how would I make the topology. Yeah. So this time move back over here. Maybe we can use this one as the. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be interesting if I use this one. Though it's a bit full. Maybe not then. Let's see. I mean, apart from that part so far, it's turning quite good actually. Here you go. So far, I quite like it. Okay. Here I'm gonna split this actually. And start my pointy face right there. Because else it's gonna be a little too wide in my opinion. And luckily enough, the alternate color starts here, so no need to add some extra topology. Okay. Perfect. Maybe not that big. Put this a little wire here. And this again, I guess I can end it somewhere here. Alright, and the color ends here. So I'll have to add some more topology here. Here we go. Yeah, this is inside though. Yeah, we'll do the last filter as well inside. Let's move it far. Over here. Okay, okay. This song may be a little too intense. Let me just swap it quick. Here we go. Like, I mean, we know we're modeling super fast. It's intense modeling, but yeah, maybe not, maybe not that intense. Nice, as usual. This sign and bang bang. Subdivide. Move this hello, move this hello. Bang, bang, bang. Face. Alright. And I went too fast. This is not the one I want to make a face of. Actually, I've got like two different parts. Oh boy. I'm going to do that. I cannot speak anymore. I'll use this here instead. There we go. So, okay, this one should be the face, right? No, this one should be the face. Wait, we're back with a puzzle here. Hmm. Quickly this and this just to see. Yeah. Hmm. Let me do this. Yep. Clipping's off. Let's move this vertex a bit further here. Plug it in here. Plug it here. And plug it here. Is this as well? Yeah, that. Hold up. Hide. Yes, it is. All right. Now for the inside. So, inside as usual. I take these two. Next, subdivide. Okay, now this should be good. There we go. Okay, now I'm just gonna triangulate those, so make triangles out of those quads. Again, usually I'd keep this as quads, but in my case, I really want it to be as low poly as possible. And I want to be sure the polygons are facing the right way. Well, actually, bend the right way. Okay. This knife tool is a bit finicky. Here we go. Alright. Hey, well, I'm almost done with the head. That's nice. It's still looking a bit weird though. Still need some tweaking. it's still that part that kills me. I don't know why. Like, I might, personally, I might just ditch this part, the polygon here, and just use a texture, because this is getting quite a pain. But anyway, on this model, I don't think we're gonna use too many textures. We'll have the logo um, behind the hoodie. We'll have the eye, this little thing behind the eye. Maybe the connectors on the cybernetics, but to be honest, there's like 3 or 4 textures at max on this model, so I think we can just ditch this and make a 2K texture to make it as sharp as possible. Goodbye. Well, actually, I'm gonna save just in case I want to go back. Let's see. I want to bend it. Which way? Actually, I'm gonna make an extra vertex there, just to help with the topology. And yeah, this is gonna be way easier to bend than what we had before. And yeah, you see, we experiment, but sometimes it's just it just doesn't work. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And there's Pheromane. Here we go. I'm gonna cut this in half as well, so just to get that extra thing we need here. Okay, the eyes are supposed to be a little wider though, so I'll take this and make it a little wider. Okay. And yeah, something that is useful when you're in material mode, especially when you have those sketches in the back, is that you can actually make them semi-transparent and non-clickable. That way you can more easily have your model, and then you see halfway through the texture, so you see your model and the sketch. Here I have to keep hiding it for unfortunate reasons. Okay, that's fine. Let's move. No. Let's move this. Just a little bit. Okay, that should be fine now. In terms of following the sketch. Alright. There we go. It's here. Where's that attached to? So that's the jaw, yeah. Yeah, that's the jaw. Okay, where am I going to attach it? Now that's the question. Well, don't mind this. Yeah, we silenced it. All right, yeah, this. I was just transferring some files in the background, and it just failed. Well, poor me. How unfortunate. I'll have to transfer them later, I guess. For a sec, I really thought my Control Z failed. And just trashed Blender. Because, yeah, sometimes when you Control Z, it can crash. But it's usually when your model is more complex or you're playing with materials. Or external plugins. So, yeah, luckily this wasn't the case here. Yeah, so far it looks super good. Not the best and not done, but good. You know how many sides I want my torso to be. I think I'm going to do 8 sides. Should be easily splittable. One would be at the legs. Yes, yes, I'm one of those guys that likes to do everything vertex by vertex. So usually that kind of thing you do as when you do retopology. So when you have a high poly model, and then you make a lower poly model by just making another model on top of your high poly, one by one vertex. So yeah, try by try. And I kind of became used to it, even just making the model from scratch. So maybe that's why it takes so long to make. Right. We're almost 2 hours in, so 1 hour to go. And we're already almost done with the face. Well, just the face. We've got so much more to do. Oh boy. This I don't know which one I want to go for. I want this side or this side. I don't know. I may go like this. That can work. I think. I think. Wrong button. Here we go. Okay, this is a bit. Okay, this is a bit too wide here. I read this be here. I'm going to remake that part. It's a bit wrong. But for anyone watching on YouTube or Twitch, if you've got any question, just ask them in the chat because I can answer your questions live right now. And I'd be very happy to answer you. Oops. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we've got a triangle head. I mean, it looks cool. So at least it looks cool. I'm guessing it's just those huge eyes. It's just those eyes that need to be flat and we have to model around them. And this is what makes it a bit complicated to not make it a triangle head. But I mean, usually you'd have birds with feathers on the sides as well, so maybe we can we can count that as that maybe. I mean, I wonder how it looks if we use a metallic texture because I want it to be reflective. I guess it looks fine. Um, I mean, we can always adjust later. But for now, I think the head is pretty much done. Apart from this, here we go. Now it's done. Oh wait, this is a back face. I just realized this is a back face. Eh. Here we go. The one thing I forgot to do, um, like that's something I like to do with um characters that have clothing on, is to actually have two versions of the sketch. One with everything on, another one where it's just nothing on. So no tops, no bottoms, not even any underwear, but no worries, there's no NSFW in it. Like I never do sketches with NSFW in, so let's quickly hide this. Pants as well. Like this is just to get the body shape. Um, where's the hoodie? There's the hoodie. There we go. And you. And you. All right. So this is just to get body shape. And where are these in the sketch? There they are. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. All right, and I guess we can export these. As clothing, no clothing, and no clothing. I don't want to export this, so just front, side, and back. Here we go. Put your clothes back on, mate. That should be it. Let's go back to Blender. And import images as frames. No clothing, no clothing, no clothing. Eh. Here they are. Okay, so this is back, which is gonna go over there. That is the front. And that's the side, perfect. So to get them aligned, what's cool with Blender is that you can take this little menu here and then just not even click and then copy and then click and paste. You can just select your what you want to move or copy the values, hover, copy with Control C, go back to your object, Control V. You don't even have to click. It's super neat. So here it's going to be here and here. And for that other sketch, it's going to be over there. Now I need to align them. Easier said than done. Yeah, I'll take face mode. Can you please? Thank you. Face. Individual origins. I'm gonna scale through this one because anyway, those are centered, so it's perfectly aligned. Or at least the closest I can get it to. But usually you'd move all your sketches all at once. It's just here that I just forgot to make the no clothing versions. Alright, so now we've got some weird artifacting, but that's just because all of them are on at the same time. In this case, I'm gonna turn off the ones which have clothing. Like so. And I think I inverted two of them because oops. I inverted two. Oopsie daisies. Front and back come back. Yeah, I definitely inverted them. There we go. Here we go. Though I have to rotate them. Oops. Never forget. So rotate this and on the front as well. Rotate. Here we go. Now we should be good. All right. Yeah, perfect. I just realized I forgot to turn off the hoodie, but whatever. It's in the back here, so we don't notice it. It's not affecting our modeling. Ugh. I'll just take a sip of my iced tea and thirsty again. Good old caffeine. And so let's start with the shoulders. And also one thing I'm gonna do, you may notice on the sketch, the arms, at least the hands are facing well, our way. Like, give me a hug, pretty much. But that was just because on this sketch, especially, there was a lot of detail in front and the back, and I really wanted to have as less sketches as possible. But at the same time, yeah, I had to merge that. Usually I make the hands flat, and for that kind of sketch, I do a front, not a front, a top view. But like I said, I didn't do that top view because I didn't feel like I needed to. Even though we noticed earlier that I might not needed to. But yeah, so I made it facing front like that. But once we'll be done with the model, at least with the model, the arms and everything, they're gonna face down. So the palm of the hand is gonna be facing down. And also, it's in T-pose right now, but to help us with rigging and reduce the distortion, we'll make an A pose instead. So once we'll be done, I'll rotate the arms down 45 degrees. So instead of being a T, we're on an A. Sounds good to me. And yeah, quick reminder, if you haven't done it already, give us a follow. I'm doing this every single week, every Sunday at 19 CT, and I'm really enjoying this. And we've got other streams as well. And I'm pretty sure we'll have other streams in the future. There's nothing in mind yet, but I'm sure there's going to be other streams at one point. And for this particular stream, if you have any questions, like I said, lots of times, I think you can ask me any questions. If you're making avatars and you don't know where to start, or you have an issue with like weight painting, or you want to get some help, just ask me. Actually, yeah, mirror is a bit of a problem here. Mirror is a bit of a problem here. Because we've got one arm, which is organic, and then one leg that's organic, and the rest is cybernetics. But problem is, the right arm is cybernetic, and the left leg is cybernetic. So either side we do the mirror will fall onto a cybernetic part. And what I want to do first is the organic parts. But no worries. Inside modifiers, what you can do is actually toggle on a mode where you can edit both sides. Like you can select on both sides. It's still gonna affect the original side. So let's say you're selecting this vertex here using this mode, and you try to move it left. Well, you have to move your mouse right. Doesn't make sense, but it makes sense if you think that it's actually editing this vertex here. So you're just getting used to, at least for the leg. Okay, here I don't know if I want to do geometry. Like, it is possible to do as a texture. but you get less details. There we go. And I'll bit here. All right. So we got our basic shape. It looks so cool so far. I could look at it all day. All right. Yeah. Now it's the front. Here we go. Cheese and cheese. And I did an extrude by mistake. Oopsie daisies. There we go. And yeah, that's something I really like to do, is really do a wireframe like that. That way it's easier to get, alright, is the shape right? Do I need to tweak something? Do I need to make it thinner, a bit wider? It's super easy to have a better idea what to do. Even if you have an idea of what to do using the sketches, it's easier like this. Oh man, the music became super intense. All of a sudden, what? I'm gonna do quads right now, but that may change the pattern for triangles. Just to make it look low poly, like an actual low poly character. It's really just to have the shape in general. There? see if I make beautiful quads. Yes, for a low poly character, that looks good. I wonder if I try to make a triangle pattern, how would that look? So if I did this, subdivided these, add these out, those. Oh, wait, with this. I also have to cut that for this one. Here we go. Merge. 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 Epic. Oh yeah, it helps as well for the arms. Aesthetic and functional. Epic. Actually, wait, I went too fast there. I hold up, yeah, wait, I went way too fast there. Actually, I don't need any of these right now. Well, I mean, I can keep them, but these need to be subdivided. These two as well. No, not an extrude. Thank you. And this there we go. There we go. Oops. Right now, it's these that I want to subdivide. Yeah, we found. Yeah, I just think was right. There was something that was wrong. There. I feel like that'd be quicker to just do. Just do this, yeah. that's actually quite good. Here we go. Now we've got, I guess, the body. That's epic. I mean, later I can maybe add a pattern on the body, add a texture, we'll see. But for now, this is fine. And yeah, for the arms, I am quite actually lucky because in low poly, it's easier to make joints. Would I say easier? I mean, you have less poly, so it's a bit easier. But when it comes to the joints, usually you'd want more polys because that's where everything bends. In low poly, sometimes you can just make just a couple more polys and that's it. We'll see how it bends. If it bends well, great. If it if it bends bad, well, let's add more polys. We'll see. And it's especially true for the shoulders, especially the under here. It's quite tricky to get right. Even for me, it's quite tricky. This is the back or the front? Oh, wait. That's not what I wanted to delete. I wanted to delete these ones. Yeah, these ones. We'll see how it goes. Maybe like that? I don't know. Okay, so we got half an hour left. Man, we've done a lot in 2.5 hours. We've got the head, we've got the body almost done. We're starting the arm right now. Go and here we go. I may do a little cut here just to make the bend a bit easier. But this part is gonna bend A lot. This one here, I'm not gonna cut it this way. I'll do it this way. Sounds good to me. Alright. Yeah, it's not gonna be exactly the same on the sketch, but yeah, no, it can never be exactly the same. It's 3D, baby! If you have any questions, throw them now because we've only got half an hour left. That was here, so this is where the bend is gonna happen. I should probably add some more like topology here, just to be sure it bends correctly. Or at least in a way that isn't too distorted. And just realize it may happen that our bones may be asymmetrical as well. We'll see. Maybe not, but maybe as well. Okay, my goal is to not make them asymmetrical as well. Just so it's a bit easier to rig, but you know, it could happen. So we got the arm. Let's see how it looks in material. I might edit those parts a little bit, just so the spike isn't starting from right in the middle of the arm. So let's see what I can do for this. I may be able to just cut through here. And it's going to give us some more polys for the fingers as well. These merge. These merge. When in doubt, merge. Hey, that looks better. I'll quickly do the same for the other side. Where did I start? Here up to here. All right. So up here up to here. Boom. That should be good. And just like. And when in doubt, merge. And when in doubt, merge. This one, thank you. Eh? Ah. First. They've made it at last. Here we go. Yeah, that should be good. That looks so cool. So it looks so cool right now. We're not even half done. It looks so cool. One thing I'm just gonna do quick. Turn off some of the effects apart from room, just so it looks a bit more like a game. Like what it could look like in some space. Okay, this looks a little weird. This definitely looks a little weird. And I did not feel this. These faces. Oops. Not bad. And no, it just forgot. It happens. So this one, I'm gonna delete that edge. A good thing I'm testing in shaded as well, because else I wouldn't have realized this. But at least it's a super easy fix. And then I guess I can move this one a little further back. Yeah, that looks way better. Shows off this and this. I think we're gonna go the other way. I'm gonna have these ones and these ones. There you go. Same with this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want too many polygons next to this. It will look weird else. Actually, it might not. Let's test. Oopsie daisy. It actually looks quite fine. To be honest, it's fine. And yeah, so you see why we're doing triangles? Like, to get a low poly look, you need triangles. To look like this. Like, for my low poly look, I need triangles. Because else if it's a quad, it's gonna look like this. Even if I move this, shading of the quad looks the same. So this is why we triangulate things over here. So this, this, these. You see now we can see the triangles? That's what we're going for. There we go. I actually find a way to... No, there's not enough space to... Like, I want this to be a huge triangle instead, to not look like squares. But I don't think there's a way in this situation to make it look less square. Maybe I get... No, that looks bad. It's gonna be the same story here. There we go. That looks good. Noiseness. Oh no, you put metallic, yeah. Though it's having dark and metallic. Oh well. Yeah, this here looks a little weird. I'll move this over here. This here, just get it more smoother. In general, it looks a little weird, but we can adjust. I think we might need more polys here. It might help. But I'm not sure. Well, one way to find out. Yeah, it looks quite fine. Still a little weird. I feel like it's better. And it's gonna give us, well, just me, more polys to work with when it comes to white painting. Here we go. We got 15 minutes left. Well, a little less. I don't think we have the time to do the hands, but I guess we can try. Well, I mean, the hands. One hand, because, yeah, it's asymmetrical, so the second hand is different. Oh boy. Okay, now I know the fingers can be a bit finicky. Um, like, for example, on my burb here, the final finger, the pinky, is diagonal, but once you're in game, if the avatar is a humanoid and it's used for eye kid and finger tracking, then the pinky it just straighten up to be perfectly aligned with the other fingers. So we just need to be careful here, and especially the thumb. I've seen lots of avatars with thumb issues, and I don't want that to happen on this one. But knowing how the robotic arm is, it may happen. So, oh. Jamming music. It doesn't sound like synth though. Where's my synth wave? I want my synth wave. It's like, oh, that's what this one needs to be a bit further, yeah. There we go, there we go, and this one's fine. That should go here, yeah. That goes here. Knife. This goes here. I'm not gonna do it like that because we need some polys, at least for the fingers. Like this is one part I'm gonna have to use some polys. Just because there's a lot of bending points in one finger, it's just like, okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 14 of or 15 bones. We have to bend like 3 for each finger. And the thumb we can either put 2 or 3. So it's hardcore, but we have to do it. Why did I wait? Why is that so? Okay, I know why something like this. Whoops! I have to cut this. Put this here. Yeah, actually, it's gonna be fine. Take this. This one? No. Yeah, this one. And assign the regular color. This down a little bit. Yeah, this way something. For now at least. And those vertices. I move them here. And replicate the shape. 3. Bang, 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 bang. And those here I don't need, so goodbye. Goodbye. So we're starting to have something good right there. I mean, we'll have to cut a bit of this finger here because now we got one huge stride, but we'll need to cut it in a couple pieces to be able to bend it correctly. I think I have to do 2 hands instead of 1 this time. Because yeah, the only asymmetric character I've done in the past was just a little hair thing in front. It was the only thing that was asymmetrical, the hair. There was just one emo piece of hair in front of that specific character, and that was the only asymmetrical part. Now, pretty much the entire thing is asymmetrical. But hey, so far it looks good. For our first true asymmetrical character, looks dope. By the way, this is gonna be a texture. This is obviously gonna be a texture. Like, there's no way I'm trying to do the same with the eyes. This is gonna be a texture. But the mech parts, though, since those are not gonna be organic and aren't gonna bend, apart from these little pieces here, I can let myself go and put some actual geometry there. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be quite detailed. Like, even the texture itself is gonna be quite detailed. I need to click this up. Hey. There we go. And I guess just to be sure, I'll recalculate the normals. And you usually use Alt-N to use flip and recalculate. But if you want to just recalculate the normals, you can press Control N. Is it N? Well, there's a shortcut to do it, so. Hey, it's Control N. It was just because I was in object mode. Yeah, I don't think I have the time to do much more than that because it's already, at least on my time, it's 3:57, so there's 3 minutes left to the stream. But yeah, so far, this is what we've got in just shy of 3 hours. I am quite pleased with the progress. We're making so much progress so fast. And I mean, yeah, there's some parts we need to touch a bit more, like maybe a bit the face, because it's still a little weird. But apart from that, progress. So, everyone, did you all enjoy it? Or you have any final questions before leaving? No questions? Well, so yeah, the next stream where we'll be continuing this avatar is going to be next Saturday at 19 CT, so the same time as today. I'm really excited to make and continue this avatar. It looks so cool. Okay, yes, big eyes again, but we'll fix that at one point, that's for sure. Um, so yeah, don't forget to follow us. It's super fun. Like we're having so much fun doing those streams, and we're making stuff, which is also super fun. So yeah, I guess I will see you next Saturday. Bye bye. Oh, did I say Saturday? Sorry, no, Sunday. Sorry. Pardon me, guys. Sunday at 19 CT. My bad. My bad. See ya, guys.